Hello, Corina. I'm at this moment chatting with Elisabeth. It's difficult for her to come um, to participate in talking, but if you open the chat, you can follow our discussion.
Hello, Carol. How are
Hello,
you?
I'm
Hello.
fine. And you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, I didn't quite understood what understand what you said just
Okay.
before.
So at this moment, you and Elizabeth are the ones in the session now, but
Yes.
Elizabeth didn't follow the previous sessions of strength-based learning. So in the chat, I'm asking now what she had done at university. I'm waiting for her answer, but do you have some questions about strength-based learning at this moment? Because this session is actually a mentoring session, so I don't give
No,
any.
I don't.
You don't. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now I understand. No, I don't have any questions. I delivered recently a course on SBL method, and they found it very interesting
Hmm.
at the second high school of Hieracas.
Yeah.
And I also gave your recent scenario about gymnastics and healthy diet.
Okay.
Uh, and they were very interested in applying this method to the students. I didn't have any questions from them, so no questions now.
Okay.
Uh, I'm going to stay, but I would like to say that I'm going to stay only until 6 o'clock because at that school there's going to be an event now and I am invited. Sorry for that, but I
No
have
problem.
to leave
Yeah.
in at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Joanna, you joined the session now. Do you have any questions about strength-based learning at this moment? Because this session is actually a mentoring session, and I'm not going to give any content. So, my question is if you have any questions. I will try to answer Elizabeth. I do not know any of these authors. Um, was it Elizabeth a session in or in at the University of Athens, ECPA? Is it about education or is it about business that you followed over there? Okay, yeah. And how is there? Is there? Yeah, maybe I'll explain this. If we work with strength-based learning and education here in Belgium, you can look at different ways to strengths. And one of the common ways to look at strengths is to say that strengths are areas of knowledge. And then people say you are good in, for example, in maths or good in languages. Um, and these areas of knowledge are a little bit too common to work profoundly with strengths in education. Because if your strength is, for example, languages, then my first question will be, and what is the specific thing that you are strong in? Is it, for example, in writing or in speaking or in grammar or things like that? So this is not the way we are working with strengths, and we don't see them as areas of knowledge. Another important thing is that we also do not work with strengths as traits. And if we look at the literature at university level, then you have Seligman. Seligman is one of the founders of strength-based working, but he sees strengths as traits, character traits, um, and if you look at strengths in that way, then you say that your strengths are more or less fixed, and you can explore them, but you have them or you don't have them. And this is a little bit dangerous way to look at strengths in education because it's more interesting to have a vision on strengths where you can develop strengths. And therefore, we say that in that strengths are uh, skills that you can develop, and the model behind it is that you have lower order skills that you can develop to higher order skills. And a higher order skill is actually a combination of different lower order skills. Yeah. For example, if we start with bicycling as a child, you have to steer your steering wheel, you have to keep balance, you have to use your pedals, you have to use your brakes, and you have to look around if everything is okay. So these are five different lower order skills, and you combine them to the higher order skill bicycling. And this way of looking at development is the way we look at development and strengths. So every student has his lower order skills, and the students group their lower order skills to higher order skills, but that process can be different for different students. And therefore, as a teacher, you have to adapt your didactical framework to work with these different strengths of students. And especially for students with a migrant background or with a different cultural background, they bring their strengths from their culture and their personal history. And what we try to do is to use these strengths in in learning. For example, some students are very good in observation, for example. And then we ask ourselves, how can we make the learning process in a way that they can use their observational skill or their observational strength in the lesson. Another student, for example, for example, uses of his strength is negotiation. For example, he's good in negotiating with others. How can he use this strength in classroom uh, to make his exercises, to help the others, for example, and that's the way how we look at strengths. I'm going to read what you're writing. I think this is simply here to raise the potential and the skills of different students from different cultures, social backgrounds, refugees. Yeah, okay, yeah. There we on common ground, I think. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, okay. And actually, what we did in our course of strength-based learning is that one of the basic concepts is actually that we want to see diverse behavior in the classroom. Um, and because if students can do different things, then they can use their strengths. If all the students have to do the same thing, the teacher decides which strengths are used, and maybe these strengths are not the strengths of the students of particular students. Yeah? And we try to develop diverse behavior by giving students different opportunities to make their exercises. Yeah. And to do this, we have split an assignment into what I have to do, how will I do it, and what is my way to ask help and feedback. Yeah. And we have assignments for the part of the what do I have to learn? we have different assignments for how can I do it, and we have different assignments for asking help and feedback. And the students have to make their own combinations of these three categories and build their own exercises in this way. Yeah. And then they can choose, for example, I'm good in negotiation, so I'm going to choose this way of asking help and feedback. Or I am good in observational skills, so I'm going to take this assignment for the part of the what do I have to learn or to know, where there's the possibility to use my observational skill to do this. Yeah. And this means that for the different little working groups in the class, the lesson is actually in some way the same for everybody. Everybody has the same assignments and has the same objectives, but each group can make their own decisions in how they build their own lesson using these assignments that we have prepared for them. We have a lot of examples of these lesson plans, and you can find them actually on the website of academia, and you can find them on in the e-learning platform. And if you don't have access at this moment to the e-learning platform, then I think it's a good idea to put your mail address in the chat or ask Kostas to add you to the um, yeah to the e-learning platform to give you access to the e-learning platform where you can find all of our presentations, the background of how we are working, and yeah, also additional forms to work with um, in strength-based learning, because we also developed evaluation forms for strength-based learning. Uh, we we used rubrics to make the objectives for the lesson clear for students. Um, and all these things are parts of the lesson plans that we are developing for strength-based learning. But it's quite difficult to explain it more with words. If you go look over there, you have a lot of materials to see how we are working. Okay. Do we have other questions, Elizabeth? Hi, Irini. Welcome to this session of strength-based learning. This is actually a mentoring session. So I'm responding to questions that you have. For example, did you already did something with strength-based learning, or did you have some questions about the theory or about how do you implement it in your lessons? So I'm not giving any content or new content. Did these things that we did in the two previous sessions, but this session is really made to answer questions of teachers or educators who wants to work with strength-based learning. Irene, you can also put your questions in the chat if you want. Um,
Irini, yesterday was about air methodology with theatrical and dialectical methods, techniques. It hasn't anything to do with SBL now.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth, for your wishes, and I wish you also the same. Um, and I think Irini has left the conversation. Elizabeth, if you want, I can show you one of the lessons that we have made to make it more clear. I just opened a very simple lesson for students of the first grade of the primary school. Okay, it's over here. Oh, there's going something wrong. I think I've shared the wrong screen. Wait a moment. This is main window. Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay, Elizabeth, this is a very simple lesson about adding and subtracting to 10. It's for the primary school first year. And here you see the rubric. So we have the subskills, and subskills are combined in the higher order skill. The subskills are sums to 10 and subtractions to 10. And combining sums and subtractions is actually the higher order skill for this age in this lesson. And what we do is building a rubric based on observation, imitation, creation, and originality. And I think Corina, have already seen this lesson, eh? So I think um, Elizabeth has left the conversation. So wait, I'm not going to show this lesson in that case because it's too. You already have done this before in the
Yes,
lessons.
Carol.
Yeah. You,
Okay, thank you very
yeah,
much.
you too. Well, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye and have a Merry Christmas.
For you too. Bye bye.
Thank you, bye.
Okay, Maria, are we going to wait for some moments till somebody else drops in, or are we going to close the session? What do you think?
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
hear me? Yeah.
Uh, whatever you want. I can, if you want, we can wait a little bit, or we can close the session.
Yeah, I think it's not so clear that
They had
for the
to.
participants what they can learn here. So maybe, yeah,
We should.
we should close the session. I think that's
Okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay, Carol. So I'll end the meeting.
yeah.
And
It was a good tryout, but yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay, Carol.
Okay. Merry
So
Christmas to you too.
you too, Carol. It was nice
Yeah.
seeing you again.
And thank you for the
Bye.
support. Bye bye.
Bye.